Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. STE. Yeah, yo. First, let me give a shout out to Damon M, who inspired this topic. So, y'all probably saying, what's a STE, Rom? A STE is sexually transmitted energy. And, the gentleman Damon M, he had wrote that in a comment to my video, Emotionally Draining Women. Now check it out, right? STEs. See, it should be common sense, hopefully, that someone wouldn't want to deal with a emotionally draining woman. Because that's the drama queen. That's the woman that's just going to leave you like, driving you crazy and whatnot. Oh, and before I go any further, let me just say this real quick. I'm gonna make this clear, right? It's a little bit of a tangent, but see, usually when I do videos like that, something that irks me is when, like, if I'm talking about like women, it irks me when a woman and sometimes a man to get on there. Well, men do it too. Good for you. If you feel that way, you do a video about it. I'm talking specifically about women because this is a channel mostly for men. So I don't have any obligation to do both sides. Now, if I want to do a video talking about telling that to women, especially when women, 10% of my subscriber base, I'll make that very clear. So please do not do that. Honestly, I'll probably just delete it if I get something like that, a deflection. No, I'm talking specifically to the men and trying to empower the men on this. Now that's out of the way. STE. Understand something. Sexually transmitted energy is very simply any energy that can take you away from whatever your path is. Because understand, even in having sex, now, I've always said the favorite thing I say is a man makes love to a woman's body, but a woman makes love to a man's mind. Right? Don't think just because that woman cannot penetrate a man physically, but she can penetrate him emotionally. In fact, that's why I say it's bigger than just an emotionally draining woman. Because, you can spot a drama queen. And most dudes will deal with that drama queen provided, if she's physically, she given enough sex. He get hooked on it. We all have. I have. I ain't gonna lie. Until the point you can't deal with it anymore. But that sexually transmitted energy could also be just having a different mindset from you. I'm gonna tell you a story. Yeah, y'all know it ain't a Rom Wills video without a story, right? I remember I knew this young lady, right? Back in the day, right? And y'all probably say, Rom, how come it's always back in the day? Because I don't tell y'all. Look, I'm going to give a shout out real quick. I know that I'm kind of jumping around, but look, that's my style. We doing this like we do it in a barbershop. But I'm going to give a shout out to Alan Roger Curry. Because he just did a video I saw the other day, and he was talking about, if you're going to be a womanizer, you can't be judgmental. You got to be discreet. I'm going to tell you something now. Y'all probably will never hear about any women I'm dealing with on this platform presently. If I mention anything about a woman, it'd be some woman I dealt with in the past who I'm thinking it ain't going to be an issue. And even then, if the woman was an attorney, y'all not going to hear about her. So, and I'll put it like this. And I know somebody gonna give it to her, but I know some people have mentioned Sophia Nelson. I'll just leave it like this. Me and her probably know some people in common, and I'll leave it at that. So, I'm always, if I use examples, there's gonna be some example that can't like bite me in the ass right now. Okay, just to be clear. So anyway, right? There's this woman. Oh my goodness, damn, she was like tall. Her ass was perfectly round. She liked to stay in shape, down to earth like a champ. Would have made a great wife, a loyal wife. I couldn't go further with her though, right? Because energy wise, she didn't have any ambition beyond having a house and 2 kids. And not to say there's anything wrong with it, but at that time I had political aspirations. I had aspirations of going beyond just an ordinary life. Now, if I had married her, right? Oh yeah, she would have been a great wife. She would have popped out some very beautiful kids. Like I said, on just a physical basis and personality, perfect wife. She ended up marrying some dude. And you know what? That dude got him a good woman. But energy-wise, she wasn't trying to rise beyond a certain point. And see, no matter what my ambition would have been, and no matter how much she would follow me, there would be a part of her that wants to remain in that ordinary lifestyle. And then that's where conflicts come in. See, if you look at the word relationship, one root word is relation, but another root word is ship. That's a ship going down a river. That's a ship going in a direction. Any relationship got to be going someplace. You can only have one captain. And then even if you have one captain, you got to have a crew that's going to be obeying. Now, if you trying to pilot that thing down a river, or you trying to pilot it across the ocean, but you got somebody who's like, well, I'm not really trying to go there. I'm going to agree with you publicly, but then I'm going to do something. I'm going to go sabotage something. And see, and this is something, I've talked about on my Deep Thought channel. Subconsciously, you want to do little things to have your way. And see, that's a woman's nature. Even when they're cooperative, they want to have their way. That's why I say, fellas, if you deal with a woman, make sure whatever you want to do, she wants to go that direction too. You need to make sure she is in submission to your mission. Remember that. So yeah, this particular one, I couldn't. And I even talked to one of my boys about it. He was an ambitious dude too. And he was like, yeah, Rom, you know what? She is very beautiful, good peoples, man. But you can't really mess with her. And that's how all men gotta look. Cause even that peaceful woman, she cool, but if she ain't really trying to go in the direction you got, it's not gonna work. Or here's something I've seen common. A man, you might have an abundance mentality. You might be like, you know what, I got all this. I'm gonna do all this. But then that woman got a poverty mentality. There's gonna be a little subtle conflict. Now, if she's even if she's a peaceful woman ain't gonna scream. But she's still, you still trying to drag her. You still trying to drag her along. And it'll be like little, maybe passive aggressive things that's going to happen. That's that energy. Or it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be so subtle that it kind of takes you off your path. And sometimes, like I said, even with the peaceful women, because you get so peaceful, you know what? That's a danger too. That's a danger. You want that peaceful woman with no drama, but sometimes if it's a little too peaceful and she trying to get her way, because that's another way a woman to do it. She'll pull you like you don't want to go out and hustle anymore or something. Unless you want that life. Like I said, that's even if it could be a good person. See, the thing about sexually transmitted energy, it don't mean the person's evil or malicious. Y'all just didn't need to be together. Because that's one of the things a lot of people, when we talk about relationships, the one word that should always pop up first is compatibility. Now, if your energies aren't compatible, your life direction ain't compatible, y'all on the ship and, y'all want to go 2 different directions, it's going to be issues. But see, that energy eventually affects you. Because the woman's energy, see, she ain't going in your body. She going in your head. And it's like water, right? You can take a sturdy rock. You take any sturdy rock. And it might take a few years for this to happen, but run some steady water over that rock. Just do it. It might take years, hell, centuries, whatever. Eventually, that water creates a groove in that rock. It cuts through it. Water cuts through it. So that energy, equate energy to water. That energy is going to cut it through. That's why I'm very picky when I deal with women. Like short term, that's one thing, but when I think about them in my life long term, I'm very picky, even if they just friends. That's not even a relationship thing. because that energy affects you. Like the female friends I have are always hustlers. Always, they always on some hustle. Because if I'm on some hustle, but then I meet some woman who's like, total 9 to 5, corporate, all that stuff. Yeah, she might be cool, but then it's gonna be little subtle things in there, like, oh well, you need to get that job. Or if I got some idea, some business idea, and you just talking with them about it, it's like, well, you're steady, might not make it, that's risky. And they could be very sincere, but that energy is affecting you. And that's just if they're your friend. So imagine you sleeping with them. Because I'm gonna give y'all some game, and guys need to watch this. Guys need to watch this. A smart woman will ask a man for something after she's had sex with him, after she got him nice and relaxed, all that testosterone, he done bust that nut, he peaceful. That's when a smart woman will ask a man to do something. See, a lot of women out here dumb with it. They try to fight the man to do something. It was like, nah, if you want that man, get him nice and relaxed, sex him to death, get him nice and comfortable, get some food in his belly, stroke his ego, then ask him. In fact, you don't even have to. A woman wouldn't even have to ask. All she had to do was hint, and she gets it. That's all she had to do, and just let it happen. But that's still an energy thing. Now, that's a good thing if, it's in line with what the man wants and wants to do. But if it's something that take him from the wheel of that ship, he in trouble. Or take him off his mission, he in trouble. So that energy is very important. A man has to, look, here's the takeaway from all of this. A man has to be careful of whatever energy he gets from a woman, even on a casual basis. Even on a casual, you don't even have to have sex with her. Because if that woman can have a conversation with you, she can still get that energy in there. She can get her hooks in. And even if you one of those type of guys that say, well, I'm going to avoid women, unless you're going to move to some desert island somewhere, you're still going to get it. Now, this ain't to say women are bad. This ain't to say that at all. Or the energy is bad. Like I said, if that energy is supportive of what you're trying to do, that's a beautiful energy. That's what you want. But if it ain't, and even if it's a peaceful woman, there could be problems. I mean, you see it right away with the drama queens. Because they going to be up front with it. But the other ones, they're going to be like that water going over that rock. You just nice and slowly seep it in. That's why you see a lot of guys, they like gung-ho alpha males and shit when they first marry a woman. And then that energy, 20 years, it's just gone. I mean, what is it Bane said in The Dark Knight Rises? Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you. Oh, yeah. It's that energy. You get too peaceful and stuff, right? I mean, and let me be clear, because I know somebody heard the last video. It's like, well, Rom, you say get those peaceful women. I say, no, get the peaceful woman that's in your corner going in the same direction. Because, I use the example of peace and I use the example of drama, but it could be any energy. It could be, she could have a competitive energy with you, where she's trying to one-up you. That's the energy. That could do some stuff. She ain't yelling, but she's just like, you do something, she trying to compete with you. Or she got that energy where she's trying to boss you. People know about the Seated Hawk series. House of Women series. No, there's some women out there like low-key bossy. And they'll just be nice and subtle, sweet about it. But if that energy clashes with your personality, which it clashes with mine, because I'm that type. Best thing to do is like even supervisors on jobs realize that with me. They was like, look, just let me know what assignments you need. Don't micromanage me. Just let me know. Just say, look, need this done by a certain time, and say it nicely. Then I'll just go ahead and do it. But that's just me. But it can be any type of energy or something. It can be any type of energy. It's like, it could honestly be the energy of a woman who wants to have sex all the time. Even in times when a man trying to get some money done. Because contrary to popular belief, a dude don't want to be in bed all day. If he got some business he got to handle. But that could be an energy. And then it could take that could take you off your path. There's been many a dude hasn't succeeded in life because of a girlfriend or something. Yeah, they're getting that good all the time, tearing it up. But it's like, okay, but you're not getting nothing else done. And then all of a sudden your energy, you're not as serious no more. You're not as focused on your job or career or business or whatever. All of a sudden you don't have it anymore. And you trying to go back to what's wrong, but then your girl come over, suck your dick. You like, oh, I forget about it. But that's an energy thing too. So be careful of that. Just in general, men, be careful. Always, you want that energy to match yours, to be compatible with who you are and where you're going in life. All right. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.